Look at verse 9 one more time. It says, let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil and cling to what is good. Love, the supreme virtue. Let love be without hypocrisy. How many of you have shared love, shown love, and truly not meant it? No, we can be honest in here. Sometimes, well, the Bible says I got to. The Bible says I have to love everyone. And we do. The Bible states that. But a lot of times we have to fight this, our flesh, the walls that are around us. A lot of times love has hurt us. We have had a broken heart. We have gone through relationships where things have gone wrong, and we build this defense around us. And we walk in love for the most part. We share love for the most part, but there's still areas in our life that we hold on to. And there's a bitterness, perhaps a wall, a chain that bonds us. And yeah, sometimes learning to love and live in love is a process that we go through. It's not going to happen overnight, but there are ways to get free, to get clear of this. We have to, what it's saying here is we have to purely and sincerely show love. Now, some days when I wake up, I really don't want to love on nobody, and I'm having stress in my mind. I just want to get through the day, and those days will come. But the aspect is, when do we recognize that and snap ourselves out of it a little quicker? I mean, some days it's just going to be a tough day. And some people are tough to love. The Bible says we got to love them, but they don't have to be my best friend. They don't have to live in my home. Sometimes they do. So that makes it even more of a challenge to live this life that Paul's talking about. Purely and sincerely. To love someone who's hurt you, who's taken you out at the knees, who stabbed you in the back and twisted the knife within you. That doesn't mean they have to be a part of your life anymore. But it does mean that you're going to be able to, when you get rid of that, when you get this freedom within you, you're able to sincerely pray for them and mean it. You're able to let go and allow a freedom to come over you. You've got to mean it. And sometimes it is a process. Sometimes it's gritting your teeth and saying, I love you, and I love you, and I love you. And over and over and over and over until it starts to kind of stick. Because it's not natural for us to, it's not human for us to love those who have hurt and come against us. But Jesus says the only thing from this earth that we are going to take with us to heaven, the only thing, not your peace, not your grace, not your favor, not your stuff, is love. Just love. So that shows the importance of this one aspect of our life. And I believe that's why it's, right here, right off the top of his head. Let love be without hypocrisy. Everyone can be hypocritical. Everyone can do these different things. But then it also says, abhor what is evil and cling to what is good. We have a life, a society where there is so much ungood. Where there's so much, there's such an opportunity to be in despair, to be downhearted. If you read the paper and you look at the internet and you check your Facebook account, it's trouble after trouble after trouble after trouble. So it's very easy for us to take these burdens of the world and carry them on us. But what it says here in the Bible is cling to what is good. Anybody here ever played on a jungle gym or climbed a mountain or something, jumped a fence, and you got to cling. You got to hang on to it. You got to hold on to it. It's in a sense fighting for your life, fighting against injury, and that's what we're on to here. Because it's so easy to look at this world and feel depressed. Not see the good. To think that there's only so much good in this world. But I got to tell you today that I know I have a God who is good. A God who uplifts. A God who cherishes me. And a lot of times in our life, with all the things that come against us, it is like we're holding on with our fingernails. Just clinging on to one ray of hope. One ray of sunshine. And that's what we have to do sometimes. There may be so much going on around us. So much in our lives. So much hurt in our families. Something in our spirit. That, yeah, we have to find one thing and hold on to it. And you know what? If it's Jesus that you cling to, if it's His love, if it's His purity, your grip will hold. You won't slip. He'll give you the strength you need to keep holding on, to keep clinging for that hope that is the love of Christ. We live in a hopeless world. Sometimes we have to climb a mountain of hope to try to get to where we have this. So it says, cling to what is good. We got to just hold on and hold on sometimes. So keep your eyes open. You got to shift through the despair of the earth to see the good. And those are the things you have to take with us. You could go through an entire day and nothing seems to go right. Every decision I made was wrong. I got myself in more trouble than I should have. My car broke down. My latte was cold. You know, whatever it is. But then there might be someone who just a simple thing of holding the door for you. Or an email, or a phone, or a text message. One little ray of hope. And sometimes we got to cling to that because it might be what gets us through that day. Everybody repeat after me. Say, cling to what is good.
Cling to what is good.
Let's look at verses 10 through 13.